one step that I'll say, best process to do when shooting videos or interviews is find your frame first. Don't bring in a bunch of lights and then try to set your camera up. The first thing you do is walk around, find where you want that frame to be, where you want your subject to sit, and then put the lights around that. So that's what we're doing, getting the tripod and getting the interview spot set up. We're gonna do some lighting now. So we just got the frame set up. Now we need to get our key light first. You always do your key light first and then build around that. So the key light, get as close to your subject as you can, whatever lighting you want, and then get some hair lights and some background lights after that. They were using the Godox SL60W as the main key light, and then we'll use some newer lights as some hair lights and rim lights. All right, so we're gonna put a sandbag on the leg of the light here. Color come over here and look. This, you're always gonna wanna put it on the highest leg and the weight. So in this case, it's a light, should be over the tallest leg, and then put the sandbag on the tallest leg. That prevents it from falling on our wonderful camera here, Jessica. So make sure you put it on the tallest leg and the front leg. That's what we're gonna do here. Move it over a bit. And then when she looks at the camera, you'll get the camera from Jessica. And then you get a nice little triangle on her cheek right there. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in a hair light. So this side of her head is a little bit dark, falling off into the background. So we're gonna bring a light over here, boom it over, and give a nice little glow around the outside of her head. Okay, so we're gonna do a slow light progression here. We're gonna turn on the key light, show you what that looks like. Then we're gonna turn on the hair light, and then you can kind of see the difference. Okay, so this was no lights, key light, Kyler flip on the hair light. And that's with the hair light. So you can definitely see the difference on the screen. So we're gonna do backlight now. Generally, I'm not very good at putting backlights in, but as you can see from the image you just saw, her face and her hair lit up really well, but the background's kind of dark. So we're gonna try to pump a little bit of light into the atmosphere back here, and that'll make it a little bit more of a dynamic image rather than it just being her face and then total darkness. All right, so what we're doing here, we put our backlight in there and we're gonna shine it off the ceiling just to give a little bit more depth, like I was saying. The one problem we were struggling with is there wasn't much contrast. So we're gonna put a blue gel in front of the backlight, and then we're gonna see if we can put a yellow gel in front of the key light, so then it gives that orange and teal contrast that you see in Hollywood movies and bigger budget films. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully the yellow key light goes in front of that. If not, we'll just probably go with daylight, but at least adding this blue to the background gives it a little bit more depth. We're going to do the microphone, make sure we get that in the right place so we can get clean, crisp audio from Jessica, and then we should be good to go. All right, so the microphone we're using today, Rode NTG5, I think it is. I'll link it down below, but Rode NTG5. So this is actually, it goes on a boom arm, which we got right here. Down into it, screw it in, then you're gonna boom it over your subject. Sometimes in Hollywood movies, you see people walking around with it over their shoulders. It's basically the same thing. It's just, we put it on a stand so we don't have to have an extra operator. A lot of big budget productions, they have this big tray that you clamp to these stands, and then you can set your recorders and things on them. I do not have one of those, so we use indie filmmaking, a 99-cent clamp from Home Depot. Clamp it. Figure it out here. That's all I got. That's all I got. Easiest trick in the world right there. All right, so we just wrapped up the interview. Jessica did amazing. Went really well. One thing I like to tell the people that I'm interviewing when I'm doing that is to basically just have a conversation. Unless the video requires them to look directly into the camera like I'm doing here, have them talk to the side of the camera where you're sitting and interviewing them, because it'll make them feel a little bit more comfortable, and just tell them to pretend like it's just a conversation with us two and that there's not all this crazy gear going on. All right, guys, that basically wraps up the job shadow as far as the interview goes. There's some more content that I go through on the B-roll side of things, and some more specific shots that aren't directly interview related. So if this video performs well, if you guys like this virtual job shadow, I'll throw another one together of the rest of this project that we worked on. But that's all I got for now. So really hope you took something from this video, really hope you learned something, and if not, I'm sorry for wasting 5 minutes of your life. If you guys enjoyed this video, click one of these videos over here. There's another virtual job shadow where I shot a video for a restaurant, and then, you know, there's another popular video here on the bottom. So if you guys want to go watch those, I think you'd really enjoy those, and I think those are super helpful. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you next time I post a video. Can't promise when that's going to be. Thanks for watching.